Autism Awareness. Autism is often described as a spectrum, meaning there are different types of autism. This is a light spectrum. This diagram is how the light from the sun breaks down into its spectrum. The white light we see is made up of these colour elements. Autism has many degrees of disorder, from what is known as classic autism to high-functioning autism. Using this model of a spectrum to demonstrate the sliding scale of autism and to explain why autistic people have different abilities and need different support. Autistic spectrum. The model we are using is going to include neurotypical people at its centre, as this is the norm for our society. On the right we have classic autism, and on the left we have high-functioning autism, with neurotypical in the middle. Someone with autism could appear on this scale at any point. If a person appears left of the centre line, they are more likely to function better in society than someone from the right-hand side. The right-hand side is where people with autism have developed a full range of autistic impairments. These people normally need daily support. The red line on the model is indicating the spot where a person appears on the scale. We can see that it appears closer to the neurotypical centre. This person is more likely to be independent, developing less autistic impairments. The high-functioning autistic person still has autistic traits. In many cases, they are better at managing their impairments. The triad of impairments. The triad of impairments helps illustrate the sliding scale of autism. The triad highlights three main areas where autistic people are different to neurotypical people. These areas are social and emotional, language and communication, and flexibility of thought. Social and emotional difficulties mean understanding people is harder for an autistic person, impacting their ability to work in groups, make friends, and deal with unexpected events. Language and communication difficulties. This impacts on the interaction with other people because autistic people don't always understand what neurotypical people mean and take most things literally. Difficulty processing and retaining verbal information is a real problem for most autistic people, leading to many misunderstandings when in a social group. Flexibility of thought difficulties. This is a strange one to explain. Coping with generalized terms or understanding the intentions of others is confusing, and dealing with changes to our daily life can be very difficult. An autistic person's empathy doesn't always match up with the neurotypical world, making neurotypical people think autistic people are cold. This also hinders making friendships. The spectrum and the triad illustrate some of the impairments autistic people experience and why autistic people have different abilities from each other. But this is only the start of explaining autism. Autism is not exclusive. This is a short introduction to autism awareness because the disorder affects people in so many different ways. To try and explain it all would be overwhelming in one session. Autism is not exclusive. Some people with autism can have secondary issues also, like a learning disability or some other disability. This will of course change the effect that autism has on a person and what support needs they will require. Be aware that the triad and the spectrum does not mention sensory issues. Light, sound, smell and touch can all be issues for autistic people, and these effects have a big impact on how an autistic person might act or feel. Nor have we looked at the fight or flight response, or what is more commonly known as a meltdown. Other more in-depth sessions are available here at ASD, as well as training days that can be booked for your workplace. There is so much more to learn. Autism cannot be cured and affects over 1 million people in different ways in the UK today. Thank you for supporting autism. Contact us with this email address: support@autisticsupport.co.uk. We will be happy to help, and if you'd like to be part of the community, just let us know.